Hey, this is Ramon Ray with Smart Hustle Magazine. We're at Icon 17 in Phoenix, Arizona. Icon is Infusionsoft User Group and a lot more.
Yes.
And we're with Lisa Nichols, who most of you know who she is. For those who don't, Lisa, tell us a bit who you are and why people are so excited about the Lisa Nichols empire in your community.
Oh, amen. So I'm an entrepreneur.
Yes.
You know, I'm that little engine that could. You know, I'm that woman who wouldn't give up her dream. You know, some people counted me out, 25 years ago because I didn't show the characteristics of someone who would run a multi-million-dollar business. But today, I'm the CEO of a multi-million-dollar business that I took public 3 years ago. I'm the author of 7 bestsellers. And
Hold on a second. 7 bestsellers. Now, I've done like 1 or 2 published books. 7 is like beast mode.
Yeah. Well, I always say don't write a book, just write a bestseller.
Yes.
Writing books are hard, writing bestsellers are fun. And I love teaching other people. So I think when you ask why are people excited about the Lisa Nichols empire, I think they're excited about the awareness, the possibility, and the intention that it brings. Because it shows you that anybody can get it. Like success and abundance isn't just for some people. It's not just for those people over there, from that family, from that geographical origin, from that culture, from that bank account balance. That abundance is all of our birthright. And that's not just hokey pokey stuff, but also it requires a system. It requires a strategy. It requires a plan. And what I've been able to do, I'm a C student. The last time I took English, I got a fail. The last time I took speech, I got a D-.
Okay.
So I wasn't that kid you thought would make it. So I think what makes people excited is that they say if she could do it, oh my God, I can do it. And the answer is yes. But you got to be committed because there's certain things that the top 1% of income earners and producers, they do the same thing. Our ingredients are similar. You want to find out those ingredients. And just like you want to make the most perfect sweet potato pie.
Thank you.
You want to make the most perfect peach cobbler. You want to find out those ingredients and put those ingredients in your business. And when you do that repeatedly, not one time, repeatedly, you'll start seeing results. You got to be willing to say the thing that you didn't think you would say and do the thing that you didn't think you would do to get the results you've always said you deserve.
Wow. And Lisa, let's talk about Lisa before Lisa today, because I like the aspect that you said, from not nothing per se, but from not Lisa today, from nothing to then. How do you convey that to your community and people who follow you? Because people just see you on stage.
Yes.
They see you around the world.
Yes.
So how do you convey that you can do it too?
Yes,
You know what I mean? How do you do that?
Well, you have to be a storyteller. So in Africa, the person who's even more revered than the chief of a tribe is the griot. And the griot is the storyteller of the tribe. So you have to become a masterful griot. What I do well is I tell the story. Matter of fact, I don't tell the story, I show the story. So if you've ever seen me on stage or on YouTube, you'll see me take you in the journey. You feel like you
experience it.
You're experiencing it on a cellular level. And so your job, my job, your job, our job is to show great stories so that whoever we're talking to can see themselves with us. So when I talk about in 1994, I wasn't just broke, but I was broke and broken. In 1994, I went to the bank to get my son, to get money out to get my son Pampers, and I had $11.42 in the bank. And I remember it saying insufficient funds.
Wow.
And I had to wrap my son Jelani in a towel for 2 days. I cried for 2 days watching him. And I said on the second day, I put my hand on his stomach, and I said, baby, don't worry, mommy will never be this broke again. And I spent the next 18 years making sure that I just did one thing. I kept my promise to my son. So I built a multi-million-dollar company making sure I would always have more than $11.42 in the bank for my baby. And so when you can show that, because no, you don't know my life there, but it's my job to let you know I know exactly where you are, and I know exactly where you have the birthright to go. More importantly than where you are, we take up a lot of real estate in where we are, a lot of mental and emotional capacity in where we are. And I ask you, are you willing to invest more emotional capacity in the zip code that you're going to than the one that you're currently living in? And are you willing to be disruptive on the way? See, we try to build the dream life, not disrupting anything. Let me just say,
Okay.
Some of your greatest breakthroughs cannot be televised.
Yeah.
Some of your greatest moments, you're going to need to disrupt everything you know to create everything you're about to get. And I don't mean in a negative way. I just mean that if your bank account looks like you don't want it to look, then how do we disrupt it?
And for example, disrupt how?
Absolutely,
How?
absolutely. So, number one, people say, I like my sleep.
Okay.
And then they say, I want to make more money.
Got it.
So we got to disrupt your sleep.
Got it.
Because you can only make what you make in the hours that you're working. So number one, you got to manage your time more efficiently. I had to become a masterful time manager. Secondly, you got to have multiple revenue streams. MIT, multiple income technology. See, one revenue stream is going to just keep you worried about that one revenue stream. 2 revenue streams is going to make you slightly take a Excel. But 5 revenue streams, that's a game changer for you and your family. So that doesn't mean you work 5 times as hard. Right. It just means you find 5 different ways to fill a need. Disruption. Another disruption is your family.
Here it comes.
Your family only knows you for who you've been. They haven't met the man, the woman that you're becoming. Don't even try to introduce that person to them because they just think you giving lip service. Just become that person and give notice. See, we're asking permission to the world. Do you think I should do this? Do you think I should? Well, what if it doesn't work? You're asking permission. Your energy shows you're asking permission. But when you move from maybe and wondering and asking permission to giving notice and non-negotiable, man, something happens. And people will say, what are you doing? They'll call you bizarre. They'll call you strange. You know, I got called all kind of things. You went hanging out with them weird, woo-woo people, talking about the law of attraction. And I was okay to be weird. My family had meetings about me without me there.
And what do you say, Lisa, to the people, though, who are doing that for validation, meaning mentorship? I want to, hey, Lisa, do you think it should be a blue sweater or a red sweater? How do you, is there a difference or how do you overcome that? Because sometimes you're asking, hey, mama, I want to launch a food truck business. Can you explain that difference or conflict?
Right. Ask the origin, get connected to the origin of your question. Are you asking for guidance and leadership? Or are you asking for approval? See, there's a difference on the origin of your question. So I've asked questions like, you think it's okay if I do this? I'm really asking, are they going to like me if they see that Lisa Nichols has breakdown in her life? You think they're going to like me? That's for approval. But if I say, listen, should I do this revenue stream? Should I do this revenue stream? That's guidance and coaching. And it's who you're asking. A lot of times we ask unqualified people for advice about a certain thing. See, I'm very clear on who has the right to coach me on certain things. I have a friend who generates $1 million a month online. So what does he coach me on?
That's not a year, that's a month.
That is a month. What does he coach me on? Online revenue. But every time he tries to talk about a relationship, I say, stop. Stop. The magic number is 7. He says, what's 7? You've been married 7 times. So you can't coach me. So I get the right people to coach me on the right topic. And then the last thing that's so important, if someone gives you coaching, be respectful enough to take action. See, my time and my voice is valuable. Your time, your voice is valuable. The best way to get more coaching from someone who gives you value is to do what they gave you coaching on before, prior to coming back to them. Does that make sense?
Lisa, that makes perfect sense. And Lisa, for those listening today, LisaNichols.com, I guess, where should they go to? And what's the 1 or 2 things, you have a lot that you do, for those starting out learning about Lisa, what's the 1 or 2 things you want them to do to understand more how you can help them and vice versa?
Absolutely. So I appreciate that invitation. So the website you can actually go to is called motivatingthemasses.com. Motivatingthemasses.com, because that's our intention, motivate the masses. And the way you can step onto our virtual campuses, because I feel like I'm a university, unaccredited. Let me just say, we just got a hell of a track record, but we are unaccredited for entrepreneurs and for personal development. So if you want to have entrepreneur training and or personal development training, I say step on our campus, start small. Start with our 28-day program. 28 different videos will come from me, all between 3 to 5 minutes. It's $28. You can't beat that with a baseball bat, $1 a day for your breakthrough. And then if that feels good, then step a little further onto the campus. But do a baby step, small step. feel it, get in action. Because if you're not going to be in action in my 28-day, you ain't going to be in action in my year-long.
Well, like you said before, if you're taking coaching, listen.
Listen, be coachable. Because when you're coachable, nothing can stay the same. Get this. When you're coachable, nothing can stay the same, because wherever your mind goes, your bank account will follow, your relationship will follow, your health will follow. But until you change your mind, you are relegated to the financial zip code that you currently live in. So people would say, what strategy should I do? No. What mindset do you have? What blueprint, what financial blueprint did your parents gift to you? See, because your parents and your grandparents, they gifted you with a lot, including your money mindset. And if you think you can never have wealth, it's because someone in your ancestral journey, they didn't think they could have wealth. They thought money was hard, money was the root of all evil, money was divisive. So begin first with your mindset, because wherever your mind goes, your lifestyle is going to follow. Everything is going to follow. So I invested in my mindset from people that I would never party with, I would never hang out with, like 70-year-old old white guys. But I knew that they were brilliant in what they were, and they had what I needed. So anyway, I can go on forever. I love this stuff.
I love it. And again, motivatingthemasses.com.
Motivatingthemasses.com. Go there. The 28-day program, I give you a sample of it for free, because I'm confident about where we can take you. I'm very confident. I'm confident enough to say, try it on first, and if it feels good. Now listen, if you want to make excuses for sitting down, don't even go to the website. It's a waste of your time, because this website is for gladiators who are just looking for the tribe to connect to allow your gladiator, allow your unicorn to come out, to say, listen, I ain't ever been the same. I've never been like everybody else. I've never been normal. I want to live in an abnormal experience. That means it's not normal, right? Right. And I've been hiding my unicorn. Right. Look, let me just show this. This is your unicorn. I got you. I've been hiding my unicorn horn for years.
Yes.
Until I found other unicorns. And to say, no, put it on.
I hear you.
When you get with us, put it on. That's why we together, because you know I'm a unicorn,
Lisa,
you're a unicorn.
Absolutely. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard amazing information from Lisa Nichols, motivatingthemasses.com. I'm Ramon Ray with Smart Hustle Magazine.